Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for taking your time out, coming over here. It's so lovely meeting you.
You too.
Okay, so are you safe? How's the situation, COVID situation looking at your end? All good?
Pretty good over here. College is being very careful. So everything's pretty protected. Getting tested every week.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I think everything is safe and taking
Pretty
all
safe.
precautions.
Yep.
Wish you good health and safety.
Mhm.
Okay. I instead of me introducing you, I would want you to introduce yourself, your name, your school curriculum, what college are you from, and what year, etc.
Mm. Hi everyone. My name's Anisha and I'm currently studying in Rhode Island School of Design, which is in Providence. It's near Boston. I'm currently a sophomore and I'm studying apparel design, which is fashion design, a technical term for fashion design. Yep.
Okay. Um, so you're saying you're studying apparel design at the moment, but what made you choose that major? And what kind of subjects are you, courses are you taking at college?
I have always been interested in clothes since I was younger, and I took a summer course in the seventh grade on fashion design, and I've just been stuck with it ever since. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose my major. It's always been something I've been wanting to do. Um, so what was the other question?
Why did you select that major? Like, what was that one moment that you were like, okay, this major? I understand the seventh, eighth grade you got stuck, and then you really enjoy doing designing and everything. And what kind of courses are there in the apparel
What
design?
kind of courses I'm taking? So because I'm only in sophomore year right now,
Mhm,
we are doing the very basic technical stuff. We're still getting into the actual designing part
mhm,
because the freshman year in Rhode Island, in RISD, we
mhm.
don't focus on our major at all. It's completely foundation year. We don't even like think about our major. So we just started like getting into the technical part and how we design. Yeah.
Okay, still yet to select a major, but do you have any inclination towards um, any particular major
No,
at the?
I'm definitely doing apparel design.
Okay, perfect. Um, okay, why did you choose RISD, Rhode Island School of Design? Why did you choose that? Like out of all the other design colleges?
Um, I have the main reason I chose to come to RISD is because I knew I would make some amazing connections over here. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of the top design schools in the US, and so it's placed in Providence, which is and it's right next to Brown University. So
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot of shared curriculum. Like we can take classes at Brown, and we can also like do clubs and stuff over there. So I knew when I come here, I would make some amazing connections and have great networking opportunities. That was my main reason to select RISD.
Okay, perfect. So, any advice that or any experience at risk do you want to share about? Like you were like, okay, that's it. I think you know, I made a good choice. I made the perfect choice. Something at risk that you loved, and you were like, oh, I made the right choice.
Um, One thing I love about RISD is how small it is. It's not your typical college where the freshman, like one year, has like 1,600 students. There are only 400 students per batch. And
Mm-hmm.
so in a class, you won't have more than 20 people. And that was my favorite thing because you really get to know your friends and you really get to know your teachers. And for me,
Mm-hmm.
freshman year was amazing. It was a lot of work, but it was like the thing that solidified me to RISD. Um, because they really got into the foundations of art. They didn't let us just go into a major. They really helped us build our foundation. And that's one thing I really love about RISD.
Okay. What subjects did you had in your high school, and what kind of grades were you dealing with? And if you did give any extra, this thing, testing, standardized testing, I assume portfolio for yourself. If you could tell about that.
Mhm. So as this is a design school, the focus wasn't that much on grades. So I did the IB board. I studied in Pune in this international school, and I did the IB board. My HLs were English, Lang and Lit, psychology, and art. And my SLs were ESS, Spanish ab initio, and math studies. So the focus really wasn't on my grades as much, though I did keep up my HLs to be above 5. That was like main thing, and I kept up my art grade to be as high as I could. The focus was really on my portfolio. The portfolio is the most important thing when you're applying to an art school, and you have to have it very diverse, is the only thing I would say. They don't want you to focus on what you think your major is going to be. They don't want all of your artwork to be like just paintings or just graphic design stuff. They want to see a huge variety. So that's what my focus was. So I tried sculpture, I tried bookmaking, printmaking, I did some painting, I did some clothing designing. So yeah, they just want a really wide variety on the portfolio, and that was what my main focus was.
You would advise to show versatility in your portfolio.
A big versatility. Like they don't even care if it's not a completed artwork, as long as they see you exploring. Like most art schools don't care about the end product as much as they care about how you reach there.
Wow, that's one learning I would definitely take away and note it down. Okay, what did your college profile look like except for your essays? You've spoken about portfolio, but what was there with the extracurriculars?
I had a lot of I used to do a lot of dancing, so I got some certificates from that.
Mm-hmm.
um I did some volunteering work,
Mm-hmm.
um with teaching kids in orphanages.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, most of my extracurricular activity was focused on doing my portfolio because it took me 2.5, 3 years almost to get a proper portfolio done. So
Oh, wow.
my focus really was not on extracurricular activities that much. Though I do recommend having like a basic overall thing, doing a little bit of volunteering work, keeping up your good grades, but really focusing on your portfolio.
I think internship would be another thing. Would you recommend that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely help beef up your portfolio. I did a small internship in with my mom's company. It was in HR recruiting, but
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't that wasn't a focus of my portfolio because it wasn't art related. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can get an art related internship, that would be amazing. They would love to see that for sure.
Okay. Hmm. So, who do you think is best good fit and somebody not a good fit? Like, what should they consider while they're applying to RISD?
One thing you should consider is Providence is a very small town. It's super tiny, and it's it really does not have that much of a social life. So if you're someone who really loves partying and like exploring the city a lot and stuff, I don't think Providence is the right place,
Mm-hmm.
because Rhode Island, RISD is a super academic focused thing. It's not a party school,
Mm-hmm.
but we do have Brown right next to us, which really does help with the social life. So most people like gravitate towards that on the weekends to have. So that's one thing you should definitely consider. Um, you have to be ready to work. Like my classes in freshman year were 8-hour classes.
Okay.
One class was an 8-hour class.
Wow. 8 hour class. One.
Yeah, one class. So
Mhm.
you really have to be ready to work. That is one thing I would say.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
Mhm.
That's also surprising and good to know that one class for 8 hours is a tough thing to do and stay
Yeah,
focused during those 8 hours.
yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
Okay. What did you
And
com? Sorry. Go ahead.
sorry. And I would say one thing to also consider is the relationship with Brown, because I know a few friends who are doing
Mhm.
a Brown RISD dual degree, which is pretty interesting. I think that's one thing you should all like check out if you are looking to do like an art and a liberal arts like kind of degree. So I have friends who are doing like economics major and fashion major, and biology major and textiles major. So that's definitely one thing you can check out.
Hmm. Okay. Um. Also, any closing comments and any advice you would want to give to grade 10th, 11th, and 12th students currently planning to work?
Um, Closing comments. I would say like get your main like studies out of the way so you can like build up your from an art point of view, build up your portfolio. Like try and like again, if you're an IB, try and finish your I's and EE's quickly. Don't like because I did, I wasted time on it. I really procrastinated it, and that was not good. Like I really messed up at the end. So do not do that. Try and finish it off as soon as possible so you can focus on beefing up your portfolio and your profile otherwise.
Okay. Um. Any other experience that you would want to share?
Um, I think at RISD it's really important to get a good group, a good support system, because it's really, really work heavy. I have like even now I have four classes a week. That's 5 hours each with like 10 hours of homework. So you need to be able to balance out like when you need to take a break, you need to focus on your mental health a lot. That's one thing I would say. Like make sure
Hmm.
you focus on your mental health. That's really important, not just at RISD at any college. I think it's very where you need to focus on your mental health when you're working. Don't get lost in it. Try and take a self-help day, take a me day. That's very important.
Wow. I think that's a great, great advice. Um, okay, anybody who wants to ask any questions to Anisha can pin down your questions, and we will probably take the next session in like 5 or 10 minutes. Um, any questions, guys? Start pulling her down so that she can answer here. Yeah. Thank you, Anisha. In case you would want to share any other experience with us, we love to hear. Otherwise, there are a few questions would be coming your way. I think a lot students should be shooting up questions at any time, and if you could stick around for a while, answer them as you want on screen, or probably typing in your answers over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm ready for the questions.
Okay. Okay, guys, you can start posting the questions here. Thank you so much for taking your time out and being here.
Mhm.
Bye bye. Take care.